Hello everyone, welcome back to MATLAB programming class. Today we're going to learn another type of loops which are widely used in programming, and they're called while loops. While loops are very similar to for loops, but the big difference is that the way MATLAB decides whether to repeat the loop or not. While loops continue until some criterion is met. Let me open the test file, and because we need this, let me make it comment, and then we get back to that later. So the format for while loops will be like this. While a criterion was okay, then commands will run, and we do have end. So here's an example. Let's have k value equals 0, and then while k less than 3, k equals k plus 1, and end. So what we do is that we evaluate the value for k, and if it was less than 3, we add 1 to it and continue again until the while criterion, this criterion was no longer true. So let's run that. When I do that, you see, because MATLAB value for k, because the initial value for k was 0, it ran 3 times. But when k became 3, right now if I type k, you see that the value is 3. So the criterion was no longer okay, and MATLAB stopped the loop. We could use k as an index number to define the matrix, or just as a counter. Similar to if loops, while loops can also be used to count how many times a condition is true by simply incorporating an if statement. And recall that the test scores that we did in previous example, let me bring that. We're going to do that with while loops here. So we do have the scores, and we put count to 0. And here, instead of for loops, let me write it again, all over again. Now we do have while, this is the criteria, while k, and we should add a k here too, so k value is going to be 0. So while k less than length of scores, this is our new criterion, and then what should we do? Add 1 to that value, and then if scores of k was bigger than 90, count equals count plus 1. Here is similar like the previous example. And then we do have one end for if and one end for while. At the end, display the count. We have now rewritten our program using while. At the first line, while k is less than the length of the scores, 1 will be added to the value of that. Please note that here, the variable count is used to count how many values are greater than 90. However, the variable k is used to count how many times the loop is executed. So let's run the program. When I do that, we got the same result, because now we do have 1, 2, and 3 values above that. Let's go with 92, and if I run the program, now we do have the same result. As you see, for and while loops are very, very useful and can be combined with if statement to do a wider range of applications. Thank you very much, and see you in next video.